Hello, it's Molly Reamer with Bridget's Grove and 30 Days of Goddess with one of our 5-minute rituals. This one is drawing from woman runes as well as from our 30 Days of Goddess daily practice companion deck and the cut your own expansions for that deck. So from Woman Runes, we received the Cauldron of Reflection, the rune of solitude, retreat, withdrawal, and creative solitude. And one of the things I like to remind people about this rune is that, and I think I've said that in another video recently as well, is that there's a difference between consciously chosen solitude and loneliness. So this rune is really about consciously chosen solitude, like carved out solitude in your own life. So what are you bringing to the cauldron? What is bubbling and boiling for you? Do you need a time of solitude, of withdrawal and retreat so that you can create something that you want to create? I think sometimes we shuffle aside, our deepest dreams and our biggest desires because they feel too big, they feel too much, and we feel small. And so something I like to remind people of is about the power of something, about doing something every day, even if it's small, because once we put all those small things together into the cauldron, something big can grow from that. So don't let smallness inhibit you. Let it inspire you to patch all the small pieces together. And so that's a little bit of a different message than the Cauldron of Reflection often gives, but that's what I have today. And then from our expansion packs, we got space, and something I talk about a lot with 30 Days of Goddess, and it really is kind of the motto almost, is that it is about making a space for the sacred and for yourself in your own life every day. That's really what it's about, making a space for the sacred and for yourself in your own life every day. So may you make space. May you also make space for those small somethings. And then I went ahead and drew from the daily practice deck, and this deck has prompts, practices, and prayers, and it has a booster pack of affirmations. And so we received touch. And so yes, may you make a space to reach out to touch the sacred and feel how there is the touch of the sacred in every day, but even more so when you make space for it. And then the practice. This is actually one of my favorite practices. It's a practice of honoring, a practice of blessing, a practice of centering. Hold your hands in prayer pose and kiss your fingertips. It can be a benediction. It can be an offering. It can be a prayer in and of itself. And then, let me see. I guess I'll go with our prayer, then our affirmation. So our prayer is, may delight shine like a brave flame. May delight rise like a wild wave. May delight whirl like a sweet wind. May delight bloom like a rambling rose. May I be brave enough to welcome delight, bold enough to recognize it, and brazen enough to let it grow, bloom, shine, and rise through me. So make a space and feel that delight rise. And then from the expansions, we also got this little, I was going to use this as the prayer for the day, but it was a little short and more like an affirmation. And so I wanted to offer this as a reminder to us all. We may be too intense, too fiery, too determined, too wild, too fierce, too much, yet here we are together with all the magic we possess, and so we rise. So yeah, we talked a little bit about too smallness, but what about too muchness? And so here you are in all your too muchness. May we all rise. And then one final affirmation to keep in mind as you move through this week. And this too, for me, is what 30 Days of Goddess is all about, is the daily reminder, my life is holy now. No need to be any more special or any different than I am right now. My life is holy now. So you move through this week with the knowing that your life is holy now and that you can make space in your life to touch the sacred. Thanks for being here.